Hi, Joe here from Way Scarff Ford Isuzu, and today we're going to talk about this 2021 Toyota Supra. Let's dive in. This is a beautiful example of a Supra, and unfortunately 2026 is going to be the last model year once again of the Supra again. It's going to the chopping block. So sad. I worked at a Toyota store in the 90s, and I was really sad when that generation of the Toyota Supra was discontinued. I absolutely love that one. I was lucky enough to be a teenager and drove a few of those Super Turbos. They're amazingly fast cars, and now they're super exclusive if you want to get one, and now they're north of six figures. Man, I wish I bought one back then. You could buy used ones in the 90s for like $25,000. Now they'd be worth $125,000. So Toyota decided to resurrect the Supra again for the 2000 model year, where we got this generation of the Supra, but this one's a little bit different. Unlike the previous generation Supra, which was from nose to tailpipe Toyota, this generation is a little bit different. This generation of the Supra is heavily based on the BMW Z4 platform. Platform sharing is a not uncommon thing in the automotive world. We see it a lot. And Toyota does some platform sharing with some other companies. You know, the Subaru BRZ? Well, that shares its platform with the Toyota 86. Seemingly, I think it's more Subaru DNA than Toyota DNA, as well as the case for the Supra. The mechanical bits, the engine and transmission, suspension components, most of the mechanical stuff on this is BMW. The bodywork and styling is Toyota. We have an inline-six that is absolutely amazing, and that was what kind of put the previous generation Supra on the map, was that amazing inline-six. I'm not as hip to the sport tuning lingo as I used to be, but I think it was called the 2JZ. An amazing engine. Stock with the turbo, it made 320 horsepower, but you could get that thing tuned up to making over 1,000 horsepower, and it had such a strong engine block that it could take a lot of power. So it was really loved by engine tuners back in the day and in modern times as well. So Toyota decided, hey, we're going to bring back the Supra. One of the iconic features about the previous generation Supra was the inline-six engine. Well, really not that many automakers make inline-sixes anymore. It's kind of a dying thing, but one company that's been making them for decades and decades and makes one of the best in the business was BMW. So I guess it could be a good thing that Toyota decided to partner with BMW. If we looked at Toyota's parts bin at the time, right before the 2020s when they were thinking about bringing back the Supra, they really didn't have very much performance pedigree in their model line. They make very economical, well-built cars like the Camry, the Corolla, the Tacoma, the 4Runner, but nothing really high performance to base a sports car platform on. So that's why Toyota went to their buddies at BMW and they developed this. So when it first came out in the 2000 model year, it produced 335 horsepower, which is great, but in 2021, they upped the horsepower, so now you have 382 horsepower. So it's a pretty big horsepower bump from 2020 to 21. They're both really fast. I mean, if you can find a nice 2020, I mean, I would not buy it because it makes less horsepower. It's still ridiculously fast, but if you can look at a 21 and newer, you got more horsepower. And this engine is an absolute gem. Effortless, smooth horsepower. Inline-sixes just have a wonderful characteristic of making smooth, linear power. And this thing's an absolute rocket ship. 0 to 60, under 4 seconds. Absolutely loved by the automotive press. It might seem like an automotive Frankenstein, BMW engineering and parts, Toyota bodywork, but Car and Driver magazine thinks it's pretty close to perfect. If you do a review or look up an overview of the 21 model year Supra, Car and Driver magazine, they have a CD rating 1 out of 10, 10 out of 10 being the best. The Supra gets a 10 out of 10, and it also got the Editor's Choice Award when it was nominated to their annual Top 10 Best list. Everywhere you look, you have beautiful creases and curves in the Supra. Absolutely stunning automobile. We can see some design influences maybe borrowed from the previous generation Supra. And this is one of the widest track, shortest wheelbase vehicles that you can buy. This thing is wide, low, and fast. This thing is built for one thing, and that's to have performance driving fun. Some cars are meant to haul stuff in the pickup bed. Some vehicles are made to tow. Some are made to carry lots of people. This car was made to go really fast and put a smile on your face. That's its prime directive. We put some new tires on it. We had it serviced at Toyota. Toyota also put a new battery in it. We didn't have to jump it, but Toyota said it was ready for a new battery. So we like to get our vehicles nice and serviced, especially something like this. someone buys a car from us, we want them to be happy with it and not have a dead battery a week later. Batteries aren't cheap these days if you haven't bought one lately. Nice styling on the rear. I like the underbody diffuser, dual exhaust system. We have the trunk mounted spoiler. I love the double bubble roof. It's a small sports car, so obviously we have to deal with limited amount of space. But the trunk's not that bad. I mean, it's got these recessed areas, so it's actually bigger than it looks at first glance. But yeah, it's pretty small compared to most other vehicles, but we have to understand, why are you buying a vehicle like this? Nice color combination, beautiful interior, lovely sounding engine. I love the interior, carbon fiber trim, navigation, great infotainment system. We have blind spot warning, front and rear parking sensors, rear parking camera, dual zone climate control, heated front seats. It's a small sports car, but I'm 6'2" and I fit very nicely in here. I got plenty of headroom. It's like you're in a fighter jet cockpit. It's almost like a car you almost like wear versus sit in, but the visibility, the feel of the vehicle, you feel confident in driving this thing, doing performance driving. It's not as scary as some other cars. It's not gigantic, so you feel like you have a little bit more control over it than some bigger vehicles. We have a nice heads-up display, steering wheel paddle shifters. So in 21, there was no manual transmission available. A few years later, they did start offering a manual. So if you love manuals, that did become available, but you couldn't get them in the 21 model year or earlier. And unfortunately, the spring of 26 is the last year of Supra production for this generation. Will Toyota come out with a future Supra? We don't know. I don't know why the partnership ended. They didn't make a lot of these things. They've always sold well, so one of my jobs as a used car buyer is I always try to find these things for our inventory, but the market's very strong on them. These things hold their value really, really well. I mean, used ones that are 3, 4, 5 years old, they still sell in the used market for very close to what the original MSRP was. Granted that, Toyota stores from the new end, they're not getting a lot of allocation from Toyota for these things. So when a Toyota store does get one, they probably second sticker it, so they probably charge $5,000 or maybe more over MSRP because they know it's an exclusive item. Whether you like it or not, that's what some dealerships do on exclusive vehicles. So as far as an automotive investment goes, I don't know if any car is a guaranteed good investment. Most cars are depreciating assets, but if you want to get one of these Supras and keep it for a long time, if they're not making them anymore, it could be a desirable collector's item in 20, 30 years in the future. There's a lot of cars that, when I was a kid in the 90s that I didn't think were super special. They're nice, but now in 2025, they're going for a pretty penny. I don't know if Toyota will ever make a vehicle like this. I don't know why the BMW-Toyota partnership ended. Maybe BMW decided they didn't want to build these for Toyota anymore for whatever reason. I think Toyota, they sold everyone they could get, so I couldn't see maybe from Toyota's end why they would discontinue it. These are all good questions. Maybe someone watching this video, they can put their 2 cents in. But thank you for watching. We're Way Scarff Ford Isuzu. We sell new Fords, new Isuzus, and a very wide variety of pre-owned vehicles, including cool pre-owned stuff like these Supras. We have Corvettes, of course, lots of Mustangs, and everything else in between. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.